This news has just broke after we started today's show, and it's huge, but it goes along with some stuff we've been hearing. According to Deadline, this came out again like 15 minutes after we started today's show. Destin Daniel Cretton, the guy who did such a marvelous job directing Shang-Chi, and who was then brought on to direct the next Avengers film, Avengers Kang Dynasty. According to Deadline, Destin Daniel Cretton departs as director on Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, remains aboard Wonder Man, Shang-Chi 2, and more in the MCU. Now, listen, I am reading this. You are hearing this as I'm reading this for the first time, guys, so bear with me to get into this. Exclusive to Deadline. Deadline hears that filmmaker Destin Daniel Cretton has decided to step away as director of Marvel Studios' Avengers Kang Dynasty to focus on his other Marvel projects. This is an amicable exit, I understand, as Cretton remains fully in the Marvel Studios family. In fact, Cretton is in talks with Marvel Studios about directing future movies. Note that Avengers Kang Dynasty is far on the theatrical release schedule, dated to kick off summer of May 1st, 2026. So still like almost 3 years away. The movie will precede Avengers Secret Wars on May 7th, 2027, which will wrap up the Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 6 plans. Okay, what they have not said in here so far, and why this is big, but why I am not surprised to hear this, we have been talking the last couple of days, including yesterday, that all indications right now, we of course did a story yesterday where the writer of that new book, MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Empire or something like that, whatever I've got the book, I just can't remember the full title of it. But the author of that book came out and said that, yeah, Jeff Loveness, the writer of Kang Dynasty, has been removed from it. And that she said, and she has the best sources inside of Marvel Studios right now. She said she has been told that it's because they are moving away from the Kang storyline. And we talked about this yesterday because that made sense. When you look at the end of Loki season 2, how does it end? It ends with the TVA. Well, first of all, no need for Kang anymore. They said the TVA is now repurposed. Instead of pruning timelines, they're now just exclusively dedicated to going out and hunting down Kang variants. And right at the end, we see Morbius with, we got this one, holding up the file of one of the Kang variants. And it sounded like, they're moving away, which made us bring up the question, well, what on earth is then going to happen with Avengers Kang Dynasty? To hear now that the director is now off the film, listen, obviously this isn't what they're saying word for word. To me, this is a confirmation. Avengers 5 is not going to be Kang Dynasty. They clearly love Destin. He's great. You don't remove him unless, the movie you were going to direct, it's not going to be that movie anymore. It's like, cool, I'll go focus on what I should have been focusing on, which is Shang-Chi 2. But anyway, we'll go into that. That's another issue for another thing. You know, they absolutely love him over there. This is clearly not an indication that they don't believe in him. Rob, I'm hearing this. Again, this is speculation. This is pure speculation. But I'm putting 1 and 1 and 1 together, and I'm seeing 3. I'm seeing that this is yet another kind of affirmation that Marvel is indeed moving away from Kang Dynasty, and maybe they're just wrapped up now with the whole Kang storyline. First of all, we just heard this. What's your first reaction here to hearing that Destin is now off this movie? Do you think, hey, listen, comic book movies sometimes lose their directors, and it's nothing more than that, which could absolutely be the case? Or do you think there's something deeper here like, this is not going to be Kang Dynasty anymore? How do you see it? Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Mint Mobile. Signing your life away to a big wireless provider is kind of like being trapped on a roller coaster from hell. Sure, it looks like fun at first. They probably even threw in a free phone, but now you can't get off. Month after month of insane bills and unexpected thrills, like overages and surprise fees. If that sounds like your current big wireless plan, it's time to get off the ride with Mint Mobile. For a limited time, wireless plans from Mint Mobile are just $15 a month. That's unlimited talk, text, and data for just $15 a month. You guys know before I came to Mint Mobile, I was paying triple what I am paying now on the standard big wireless plan, and I will never go back. All plans come with unlimited talk, text, and high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all your existing contacts. To get your new unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped right to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea.
mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea.
If I were to be asked, and you just did, I would say this. There is no more Kang Dynasty movie. It's gone. I'll tell you what's going to happen, John. And people have been talking about this online. I didn't come up with this myself. But it seems like what Marvel character would be more interesting to people now? They made Kang. They killed Kang anyway. They made Kang uninteresting.
Couple of times, by the way.
Couple of times. Kang, they neutered him before this. Let me ask you this. Who do you want to see as the next big bad in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Stiltman.
Honestly, me?
Yeah.
Personally?
Yeah.
Apocalypse.
Okay, but he's a mutant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's probably going to be Doom.
That's exactly right. Dr. Effin Doom. And you know what? If you're moving into Secret Wars, you can go right from Dr. Doom into Secret Wars. What is going to happen is they're going to retool the Fantastic Four, which is going to come out before the new Avengers movie because they need the Fantastic Four, and they are going to reposition what they should have done in the first place and make Dr. Doom the big bad. And you know what? They're going to call this Avengers Rise of Doom or something, which is way better than Kang Dynasty because I'll tell you something. Do you know what killed Kang Dynasty for me? That last post-credit scene in Quantum Mania. That was so goofy.
With the football stadium full of Kangs
football stadium. I'm like, no. It was so enough. I was like, I'm done. You guys have ruined the idea of Kang. I'm telling you, Dr. Doom is the man. He always was the man. They're finally going to do Doom right, and Doom can move you right into Secret Wars. And you can come right off the heels of your Fantastic Four movie, and it's teed up.
I mean, even in Secret Wars, at least the first one, right? Kang was still a underling to Doom.
Totally.
So
I mean, you could bring Kang back if you want, I guess. But I mean, maybe Doom brings some Kang variant to help him. But it's going to be Doom.
Here's what I said yesterday. I want to know what you think about this. We were talking about this with the report coming out that saying they were moving away from Kang. And one of the things that I said was that forget Jonathan Majors' legal problems. I don't think the decision to move away from Kang honestly has anything to do with Jonathan Majors.
I don't either.
He has been great playing the. Well, I don't know whether he's playing He Who Remains, whether he's playing Victor Timely, whether he's playing Kang. He has done great.
Yeah.
Every single time he's been in there. But one of the things that I said yesterday was that we have now had 3 major things with Kang in it. Loki season 1, Loki season 2, and a complete dedicated movie in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And through 3 major projects, forget the comic books. People who watch the MCU have no idea why they should be afraid of this guy. No idea what his even powers are. No concept about why is he any kind of a threat. The dude lost a fight to Scott Lang. He lost a fight to Ant-Man. They've had 3 films and 2 years to get the audience on board with this is the dude, like Kang is the guy, right? I said that you go back to the first Avengers movie, from the moment that his little mouth puppet said to challenge them is to court death, and that moment that in the post-credit scene, Thanos just turns around and smiles, they accomplished more in that 1 second of on-screen stuff than they've been able to accomplish with Kang. And again, Jonathan Majors playing Kang has been brilliant, but the audience has just not gotten on board with him. He does not feel like the universal big bad right now, and I think they need to change directions.
You know, one of our viewers, we just had it pop up in on the screen. The name, like Avengers Dooms, DOOM''S, Doomsday.
right.
Why not? And by the way, I'm open to it being somebody else. It doesn't have to be Doom. Listen, you don't start developing Fantastic Four and all that kind of stuff without already having your game plan for Doctor Doom. So they clearly have a plan for Doctor Doom. So I'm okay if heading into the next 2 Avengers films, if they go in some other direction other than Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom seems like the obvious answer. Like that's the one that just is like gift wrapped right there. If you want to go that way, everybody's calling for it. Everybody wants it. You could go that way.
You could do anything. You could have Doom be in contact with the Celestials. You could do all kinds of things, which would be more interesting than what they've done with Kang.
Richard's art saying, don't pay attention to history. You are doomed to repeat it. Doomed to repeat it.
The Richard on the John Campea
Now,
Show.
by the way, let me go back to what I said a little bit earlier, though. We have seen many occasions over the years of a comic book movie with a director, and the director leaves. Sometimes for bad reasons, sometimes for totally benign reasons. And maybe that's this. Maybe it's just Destin was just like, you know what? I'm looking at the schedule. I thought I could do all these different projects, but I really just want to focus on getting Shang-Chi because it's been too long since we've had Shang-Chi. So I need to go back and focus on that. That might be it. And maybe this has nothing to do with the Kang Dynasty. I'm just saying right now, to me, it seems clear. Like, yeah, they're moving on. They're moving on past it. And a lot of us thought that maybe they would wait to see what would happen with the Jonathan Majors court situation. But I think they just realized, you know what? It's not about Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors has been great, but it's not about him. It's that Marvel has failed over 2 years to get us really, to get the average audience really invested in Kang and understand why he's such a threat. And you're right, the post-credit scene in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania probably didn't help things all that much with the football stadium and everything.
Soccer hooligans.
The soccer hooligan Kangs. That probably didn't help either, but I think it's just a matter of days now until we hear the official announcement. Because you weren't there, but Kevin Feige held an event when they were doing the announcements for MCU Phase 3.
But you texted me.
I did.
I was there in spirit.
I was there at the El Capitan Theater in Hollywood, and they were getting ready to announce what they had already said was coming: Captain America, Serpent Society.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then on stage, they brought up Captain America, Serpent Society. Goes, but we got a little surprise for you. And it crosses out, and then a new title, Captain America, Civil War, comes on. I think we are days, maybe 3, maybe 200, but I think we are days away from that announcement that Avengers Kang Dynasty is now Avengers, the butt tickler, or whoever the villain is going to be.
Oh,
whatever.
no, someone's going to do some fan art for that.
So I think that
None of us do.
I don't know if you guys hear, but every once in a while, I don't know why, but Siri on my watch just suddenly says something out of nowhere. Anyway, guys, what do you think about this? Do you think that, hey, this is just another director move? The director wants to focus on the other MCU films? Or are you like me, that's saying, hey, look, it's not a coincidence that we're hearing these reports that they want to move on from this. The writer for it's now gone, and now the director, it's like, hey, the movie we're going to make, we're not making that movie anymore. Is moved on. I personally see this as a loosely termed confirmation that the Kang storyline is done. But maybe it's not. We'll find out. Whatever you guys think, let us know. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show Podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.